Hi, I'm Helen Ivy, and I want to welcome you back to my kitchen here in the Deep South. We call this Sweet Home, Alabama. I heard that you were looking for an appetizer, and if you're looking for an appetizer that has three really nice qualities to it, such as taste, eye appeal, and ease, then I think you might want to watch the demonstration. It might be one that you can use for your family. The one that I want to introduce to you today is called Smoky Cheese Log. You start out, of course, with 3 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. It's really easy to use. It's very creamy if you'll just leave it at room temperature. You don't want to do it in the microwave. You just want to have it at room temperature. Then you're going to mix this with 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. Once you get those blended really well together, which takes no effort at all since it's at room temperature, the cream cheese, then you want to mix in a teaspoon of paprika. The paprika gives this particular log a beautiful orange, really cheesy color because of the mayonnaise and the cream cheese being white. So you really want to incorporate that really well. Then you want to add just 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Then we're going to take smoked Gouda cheese. This is it right here. What we want to do is we want to use 8 ounces of the smoked Gouda. I don't know how many of you have actually ever used Gouda much or whether you're familiar with it, but I'm telling you, if you could smell this mixture right now, it's just wonderful. It just gives a real smoky scent. It just adds so much to it. Then you want to add 8 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese. Be sure you get a good quality cheddar cheese. You may have to go to a specialty cheese store to get the smoked cheddar, you know, especially if you're like me and you live in a small town, but it's pretty easy to find most places. You just continue to mix all this together, and then you want to add 4 ounces of sun-dried tomatoes that have been preserved in oil, but you do want to drain the oil off, and then you want to crush those, or actually what I did was ran those through my food processor because you really want the sun-dried tomatoes to be a real fine texture. You're going to notice that it's not really stiff. It's really easy to work with, but yet it's stiff enough that you're going to be able to use it and roll it into a log. When you get all this incorporated together, you're just going to put it in a saran wrap. I usually do 2 of these at a time. I usually make 2 6-inch logs for my family, and instead of ever even having to touch it, you just take it and roll it and begin to form it into a nice log. Now what I do is refrigerate this. I have actually served this before when I had only refrigerated for 2 hours, but it really incorporates the flavors and pulls the flavors together better if you will let it sit, you know, overnight. I'm telling you, this is so easy, so simple, but yet it's just got a robust flavor to it that mostly men really like this because men like that robust flavor of the cheeses and the smoke. And to me, this appetizer kind of introduces the meal that's going to come. We've used this many times in my family, and it seems like it's just a perfect appetizer when you're going to grill outside. It could even be burgers, it could be steak, but when you've got something that's got the smoky taste in it, you kind of know, you know, my meal is going to come and it's going to be off the grill. It just kind of introduces that, and I think that's what an appetizer should do, is to introduce your meal. I hope that this will be one that entices you to try it and see how your family likes it also. In the beginning, I told you that I would offer you an appetizer that had 3 really good qualities. That would have rich taste, it would have eye appeal, and it would be quick. You saw how very quickly that I put this recipe together. I told you that it had a very robust, creamy, smoky flavor. But look at the eye appeal. This appetizer has what I like to call a casual elegance about it because it plates so beautifully. This is what I would consider understated elegance. Just pair your log up with some crostini crackers of your choice, grapes, pears, apples, a glass of wine, and you've got a very inviting appetizer.